Ah, hello, it's me, Cute Fuzzy Weasel. You've just caught me while I'm trying to make some small course adjustments to the Abe 1 to make sure that we get that Duna approach all right. You might be wondering what the coin landed on. Well, it landed on heads. It's the best it's not, I don't know what kind of option it is, alright? It's an option. I chose an option. I voted, okay? I voted. There were two bad options. I chose one of them. Okay? And now they're floating. I guess they're on plexiglass pylons or glass pylons or whatever. Okay? I'm not going all the fuck way back. I'm not relaunching this fucking ship. I've already been sitting here for an hour. Right. So, now that we're doing this, I want to try and see if I can just make some minor course adjustments. I want to make sure that I get a good and close approach. Not like that flyby that was really more like, you know, if you squint out the window and the planets align, you might see it. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing some fine-tuning here. I really do hope in the sequel that they make navigation slightly easier. Boom! There we go. Okay. Execute that node in 149 days. Moving very slowly. Incredibly slowly. I gave this thing the most least efficient method of locomotion. Maybe that's what they're on. They're actually on springs, and they wiggle around, and they just gradually whip the ship forward. Maybe that's what I'm dealing with. Or maybe it's almost midnight, and I just want to land on Duna, okay? I'm trying to think of how many of these episodes I have lined up that still need to be edited together and uploaded and sent out. I know that I'm caught up all the way to Saturday. And then after that, it's empty. I don't really know what... Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to edit them, to be honest. Ah, god damn it. Let's just keep going. So we've got this thing, and this is going. And... Alright, so it's hit that, and now we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna get that. Just hit this maneuver node here. And that's only a 5-second burn, though, so we definitely have the, we've definitely got the fuel for it. I'm trying to figure out, like, how much shit I'd have to dump on a Modelo to get it all the way to Duna and for it to, like, launch a sample off back to Kerbin. And now that I've started thinking about it, I don't know. It would definitely need parachutes, though. Alright, so that's got us on an approach. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So our closest approach is 32 million? That's not a great approach. Let's try and slice that down a little bit. Make it a little bit closer. Yeah, this is fine-tuning the shit. It's not too bad. That new approach is 12 million. And this approach is also 12 million. And that approach is 13 million. But that approach is 9 million. And that approach is 7 million. And this approach is 6 million. And this approach is 9 million. Okay, so we got to go back. Let's go back to that 6 million. That's 7 million. That's 6 million. That's 7 million. 6 million might be... 6 million might be I'm 6 million might be all I can really navigate with this thing. Unless these controls will yield... Oh, wait a minute. That got me 1 million. That got me 1 million. That got me 42. Okay, this right here looks like it gets me a slingshot almost. Yeah, all right, let's do this. And let's have the rocket, again, move incredibly fucking slowly. Just snail's pace here, buddy. Come on. Have those gyroscopes on the springs keep wiggling back and forth to fucking move it. There we go. There we go. There we go. 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 No. Come on. Almost there. And that's only a 32-second burn, so that's nothing. We got this. We fucking got this. We fucking got this. Our first Duna landing. And just think, 5 years ago, we were still strapping people to the R1. Now here we are. We're landing on fucking Duna. I mean, not with people, with a little stationary probe, and we're really more or less brute forcing our way there, but hey, we're going to Mars, all right? We're going to Duna. How's the signal? The signal's not great. Well, it's three bars. I'm trying to think of other deep space missions that I want to do. Obviously, we've barely explored Joel, but we've still got, like, Cernus and Erlum and Needlon and Plock and, you know, a star system many millions and millions and billions and trillions and quintillions of kilometers away that on a good day you can kind of see the icon for, but, like, right now I can't find it. There it is. But anyway, so here we go. We're making the burn. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's got our approach way down. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I feel confident in our ability to deal with any kind of shit orbit. Whoa! Alright, so that's an impact. That's a polar orbit. Okay, that could be interesting. Still, I'd like to try and even that out and make it like a regular orbit. There we go. That's good. That's a good one. Whoop. Oh, shit. We can do a flyby of Ike, even. All right, let's do that. Let's engage. We could get some science from Ike. Who doesn't like Ike? You get it? That's a reference to a presidential campaign from the 70s. The green president, let's see, 60 was Truman? No, 1960 was fucking great. I gotta look up a list of presidents. Hold on. Who was president in 1960? Eisenhower. All right, so somewhere a little wrinkly green Eisenhower is like watching this going, oh, I don't remember a whole lot of what Eisenhower had to say, other than do not trust the military-industrial complex, which we have, and now look at us. We're all gonna cough up our own lungs in an environmental hellscape. And then be assimilated by the Borg of our own design. Anyway, so we can do this. So let's get some stuff from Ike. This should go by really quick. Look at that. We're really fucking close to Duna now. In fact, Duna ought to be bigger than that. Look at that. We're going there. We're going there this episode. We're actually doing something in this episode. Thank fucking God. Here we go. Boom. That's an approach to Ike. That's a really close approach to Ike, almost. Let's get some shit done. Let's log some shit. Log some shit, dude. There we go. Transmit that science. Let's log the magnetometer. Let's transmit that science. Transmit it. What's another shit we can do? We got we can transmit some pressure data. You know, hey, it's still a fucking ugly vacuum. What else we got on this thing? We've got that I can. What else do we have on this that I can run in space? Where's that temperature scan? Somewhere. There it is. All right, let's run the temperature scan. Hey, it's cold in space too. Who knew? Who knew it was cold in space? I didn't. I didn't know it was cold in space. Let's see, that's 25, but I think we can get it even closer. But I don't want to risk the probe. So we'll just get it over here. And that... Wow. That's got to be close enough to get some stuff near... Well, you can see the surface of this rock. Yeah, space near Ike. Send that data. Yeah, log radio shit. Send that data. Where's the other shit? Where's this? Where's this? Where's it? There it is. Log that. Send that data off there. Send that data. Yeah, we sent that data. That's some, yeah, fucking science, man. Let's send them more data. There we go. Get more data. Oh no, Tyler. I can't even hit the data. There's so much data. Send that data. God, we've got so much fucking electric charge on this. Look at this thing. I mean, you can barely see it because of how the sun is right now, but it's huge. It's like a big rock, which is basically what Ike is. All right. So now that we've done that, we're going to set another maneuver node. Maneuver node locked. Ike's probably blocking our... There we go. All right, I want to try and get this thing into more of an equatorial orbit here. Well, this gets us into an orbit, which is acceptable. There we go. Go ahead and execute that node. And that's a 26-second burn, which is, like I said, still well within our abilities. And then we will circularize that orbit, and then we're going to land. We're going to fucking land. We're going to land on Duna this episode. None of this you waiting for me to make up my mind over whether or not I accept that there are floating bits. They're on springs. I actually like that explanation. They're on springs. They kind of nudge the craft in a very inefficient, very strange way. That's what they do. So we're burning this, and we're nearly out of fuel, but not necessarily out of fuel. I think we're okay still. I know that we have to get close enough to where this thing can, like, do its job and deorbit the probe. Because the last thing I want to do is like, get it all the way there and then, you know, have it be terrible. So we'll do this at periapse, create node. That's a 9-second burn. And let's get it even closer. Let's get it all the way to 90 kilometers. Let's do this. 129. That seems good. And then don't execute that node. Create another node. Circularize it there. That ought to do it. That ought to do it. Execute all nodes. Yeah, that ought to do it. That'll get us into an orbit like that. We can decouple this, get this communication satellite out to a higher orbit so we can have more time to communicate with it. And then we'll get down onto the surface and we'll do the science and we will do this thing. We're gonna fucking land on Duna. Just be excited. Be excited for me. This is like the first really cool, successful episode in days. Possibly weeks. I'm really not sure how many episodes are between this one and the last one. A few of them, though. I know that my little chart that says that I have to do 300 videos on both channels, the gaming channel is definitely going to hit that before the other channel. I fucking guarantee it. Because I'm putting out videos like that for this channel. Probably because this is so much easier to do and this is an actual stress relief, unlike the other channel where it's actually incredibly stressful to make videos. I thought about doing a regular, like, vlog or something. But it's like every time I try and sit down to make it, I have like 50 quintillion things that just come screaming at me like, and then they eat pieces of my face. My face. What do you think about that, Dwight D. Eisenhower? Yeah, not much of nothing. Do ya? Do ya? Not much of nothing. Not much of nothing. Oh, man. He died in March of 1969. Fuck, you missed the moon landing. That sucks. Alright, I'm not sure why I brought that up. I don't know. Okay, so we get this, and then we're gonna circularize there. Then we're gonna do this. We're gonna fucking do this. Where is Tyler anyway? He's normally like scurrying around my feet, biting my feet. But now, he's not. He probably finally built that laser, and he's just waiting for me to stop doing this so he can shoot me with it. Tyler likes to build lasers. I don't understand it. I don't understand so many things about that damn cat with his face. You know he's got a damn face. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a face. He's just got this little cat face. So weird. It is so weird, his little cat face. I don't understand. I can't believe you I'm sorry. I'm just really excited. I'm just excited. Something's going well in this playthrough. Okay, so now we've done that. Here's what I want to do. I want to first of all, I want to figure out if I'm close enough to Duna to do this. Yes! I can send science off from near Duna. This is actually already more science than I would have gotten from a Modelo probe. Like, it's already more science than I would have gotten from Modelo. So I can tell you right now, I'm very happy. Just transmit that data. Alright, so now what I've got to do is I'm going to get us to about here, and then I'm going to detach the probe, and we're going to do this landing. Except I probably can't because Duna will be blocking the signal to Kerbin. Yeah. I don't want to go down on the night side, you know? Alright, so here we are. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna fucking do this. Alright. Decouple node. And decouple node. So I just sprayed a bunch of shrapnel into Duna orbit, but that's okay. That is okay. Retract these solar panels so they survive re-entry. Activate this engine. We're going to flip this sucker around. Like so. Set this on SAS. Light the candle and deorbit. Oh, and I just realized that I forgot to make sure that I cleared that, and I just realized I could have slammed the probe straight into the other probe. I'm glad that didn't happen, but I could have. All right, that's still. Let's try and decrease that distance. Let's try and get it. I really don't want to fucking land on the night side. I'm doing everything I can to avoid that. All right. So now we're going, and we're getting low into the atmosphere. We're starting to get low into the atmosphere. Well, we're not really low into the atmosphere yet, but we're starting to. So I'm going to decouple this because we no longer need the booster. Boom. And now we have even greater control over the probe. So now, I mean, yeah, we could have probably used the booster to slow down, but I'm confident that my multitude of parachutes can do the job. Like, I'm very confident in their ability to do the job. I really hope I don't end up eating those words. Like, I really, really hope I don't end up eating those words. All right, T is off. We're gonna let the atmosphere guide us down. Look at the surface of this thing. Look at that. We're gonna land on fucking Duna. All right. Hitting some turbulence. Oh, yeah. Do I want to call this Abe? I guess I can. I guess I can call this Abe. Yeah, this is Abe. I mean, I can't actually rename it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is Abe 1, and then that's the Abe 1 relay. That's acceptable. That's fine. All right, so we're still hitting resistance. The ablator hasn't even gone down yet. We lost a antenna to the aerobraking maneuver. That's not good. But somehow we still have a signal. I'm gonna chalk that up to the multitudinal, like, backups that I have for this. But I don't see the backups. But I'm just gonna chalk that up to this being a backup. I really, really don't want to lose communications with this probe. Okay, and it is now safe to deploy parachutes. Parachutes deployed. We are more or less directly over it, so parachutes are deployed. We are not slowing down. There we go. Minimum pressure achieved. Parachutes are deploying. And we are slowing down. We are slowing down. Parachutes have been deployed. Now all we have to do is gently fall to the surface of Duna. Look at that. Look at all those dunes. Who knew Duna had so many dunes? We're learning so much already. Can I do any science from in the atmosphere? Like, can I log temperature data? Yeah, keep that because I don't have any. Well, maybe. Let's take a look in that. Let's see how much. No usable We made it. What's worse is I can't even... How do I still have a comm signal then? Like, I still have control. I still have fucking control of the ship. Comms in-range comm device on this vessel cannot transmit data. Even though there is, it's right there. Well, if it's any consolation, the first Mars probe was only supposed to be a flyby, and it didn't even work. We not only got a flyby, but we got an orbit. We have a comm satellite in orbit, and we dropped a probe to the surface. We can't transmit any of the data that it has, but we got it to the surface. So we made it. Or I could do that. No, I'm not. That's not, I mean... The other couple of times that I did that were like... I forgot to put solar panels that would retract. I didn't put gyroscopes on the vehicle. That's stuff that an engineer would have picked out. That's fine. But in this circumstance... The comm system broke. I mean, yeah, I could have made one of the antennas, you know, collapse and be protected before I started entering the atmosphere in earnest. I didn't do that. So, we lost the probe. And we didn't lose the probe. And I guess that's what makes this even worse, is that we didn't really lose the probe. Still here, and we can still talk to it. It just can't transmit anything back. I want to call this a successful failure, but really it just feels like a failure. But we are going to at least see the surface of Duna. There's really no point in doing any of the science on this vessel because I can't transmit it anyway. And by the time I get people out here to collect it, I will have landed a ship here with people on it, and I'd probably have all the science on this thing anyway. But I can still extend the antennas. I mean, I can still extend the solar panels. And we can still look at what the probe would have looked like and also been successful. I mean, I consider it successful. Even though I can't transmit shit. I still consider it successful. And I guess I can test whether or not the laser would have, you know, okay. We wouldn't even, it would have worked because we wouldn't even be like a situation where we're scanning a heat shield or anything. Like, it would have worked. And it would have sent back a ton of science. And it still did. It still did send back a ton of science. I mean, in orbit. But look at that. We made it. We made it to Duna. This is Duna. This is another world. And so this little probe is sitting here on Duna, and it's like, we landed something here. We did it. Now all we have to do is do it again. All we gotta do is do it again. In the meantime, this is Q Fuzzy Weasel, and I will see you next time. I'm gonna bring the communications probe into a higher orbit. You don't need to see that because you already know I can do that, and no one needs to. Okay, we boosted it to a higher orbit. Just accept that happened. And as always, have a good day. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Totally forgot. There is an upside. Like I said, we did collect science, so you know what? Let's see how much science we collected. Maybe it was a lot. Yeah, let's just a quick addendum. Real fucking fast. Come on. How much science did we get? How much science money did we get? How much science meat we get? How much? Our total is 386 science. Damn. I think I only needed 300 to get the big fairings. Where is it? Where's the big fairing? Where's the big fairing is here? I only needed 160 to get the big fairing? Oh, fuck yeah. Boom. And we got like 226. Okay, we can get another one of these things. We can get we got stabilization, which we don't necessarily need too much. We've got command modules, which would be useful. We don't necessarily need more command modules, but that would be fun. We got ladders. Ladders would be good. In fact, I might go for ladders. And then we have heavier rocketry. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get heavier rocketry, and then we're gonna send another probe out to Duna, and with that science we're gonna get ladders, and then we're gonna build the R4, and then we're gonna do a moonshot, and we're gonna land some folks on the moon. Finally. So that's the plan. Send another probe to Duna, or possibly send another Modelo probe to Minimus. I'll flip a coin on that. And then get the ladders, and then build the R4, and then do a moonshot. That's what we're gonna do. So stay tuned.